now let us see the second example in the electrostatic force. Now take a balloon and blow air into the balloon, and after you fill the balloon with air, take some thermocol pieces nearby it and place some thermocol pieces nearby it readily, and this balloon try to rub it with some silk cloth. Try to rub the balloon with silk cloth. When you rub the balloon with the silk cloth, it is getting charged. When it is getting charged, you bring the charged balloon near the thermocol pieces. The thermocol pieces are attracted by the balloon. That means the balloon is attracting all the thermocol pieces which are nearby it. Actually, they are not in contact, but it is attracting. There is some gap between the balloon and the thermocol pieces. The balloon is charged by rubbing with the silk cloth. The balloon has got charged. Now it is charged body. This charged body is attracting the uncharged body or the thermocol pieces. So the balloon is attracting all the thermocol pieces. So this type of force, the force exerted here is nothing but electrostatic force. So first example, comb and thermocol pieces. The comb is attracting. We are making the comb, which is a charged body. How we are making this as a charged body? By rubbing with our dry hair. Actually, comb is uncharged body. We are making it into charged body. How we are making it into charged body? By combing your dry hair number of times. By combing your hair by number of times, the uncharged comb becoming charged. And as it is getting charged, then only the pieces are attracted by the comb. Without combing your dry hair, you just take the plastic comb and try to attract the pieces. It does not attract. Why? Because it is uncharged. So, it has to be charged. In the same manner, the balloon, when you rub it with the silk cloth, then only it is getting charged, and so that it can attract the thermocol pieces. So, these are the examples of electrostatic force. Like this, there are so many examples in our daily life. Now let us go for next topic, that is gravitational force. The third one under the non-contact force. Under the non-contact force, nothing but gravitational force. What is this gravitational force? Do you have any gravitational force? Yes, wherever you are on the universe, there is gravitational force. When you hold a chalk piece, when you just leave it, it falls onto the ground. Why does it fall onto the ground? When you take a duster, whatever the object, as long as you are holding it, it is okay in your hand. But when you just leave it, it falls onto the ground. Why does it fall onto the ground? Why all the objects are falling? Whatever just I have thrown the chalk piece, it is falling down. Now just now I have thrown a duster, it is falling onto the earth. Okay, whatever the object you place, it falls down. Why does it fall down? Why can't it go towards east direction or towards that direction, or why can't it go up? Why doesn't it go up? Why doesn't it go in any other direction? Why it is only falling towards the earth? This is all nothing but because of gravitational force. Gravitational force means the force exerted by the earth is called gravitational force. It is pulling all the objects towards itself. It is pulling all the objects towards the earth. This is all nothing but gravitational force. When we hold anything, as long as it is in our hands, it is supported by our hands. If you just leave it, it falls onto the ground. For example, an apple tree. Already, we all know that a small experiment. When Newton is sleeping under the apple tree, one apple fell down and struck his head. Why does it falling? Why the apple is falling onto the ground? Why it is not going off? So he has studied many experiments. He has done so many experiments to find out this. So ultimately he concluded that the apple is falling down to the earth, or whatever the detached leaves from the tree, all the detached leaves, whatever the apple or whatever the stems and branches which is left from the tree are all falling only to the ground, because he studied so many experiments and concluded that it is nothing but gravitational force of the earth. The gravity is pulling, or the earth is pulling all the objects towards itself. So that is nothing but gravitational force. So this is all about gravitational force. In the universe, wherever we go, we are having this gravitational force. All the objects attracted towards the earth. Even when you fall down, when you slip your bike, or when you sit down, you fall onto the ground. This is all because of gravitational force. Now let us see the next force. What is this net force? Net force is nothing but the algebraic sum of the forces. That means the forces, for example, when you take the gravitational pull, the force is exerting down, it is pulling downwards, and there are some forces which are acting upwards. So some of the forces in the force of friction already, in the normal force already we have seen. There are some forces acting wherever we go. There is a gravitational force. So the gravitational force is pulling the object downwards, and there is another force exerted. It's already present. It is pulling the body upwards. So this is normal force. So there are two forces lying. One is upward force. And the other one is downward force. One is upward force and the other one is downward force. So the combination of the sum of upward forces and downward forces together, the combination of upward forces and downward forces is called net force. For example, let me see. Find out the net force. One body. If both of them are moving in the same direction, we'll make it sum. If both objects are moving in opposite direction, we are minus it. We have to minus it. For example, there is a body. One force is acting upwards and the other force is acting downwards. Did you understand me? There is one body. Already in the normal force, already I have explained. There are some forces which are acting downwards and there are some forces which are acting upwards. Now how to find out net force? Net force is denoted by the letter F net. Net force is denoted by the letter F net. So it is equal to what is, for example, force of 10 newtons is applied on the object towards down, and a force of 8 newtons a force of 10 newtons is applied in a downward direction. A force of 8 newtons is applied in a upward direction. So what is the net force? How to find out the net force? To find out net force, what are the forces acting in downward direction? The force acting in upward direction. Upward direction. Upward direction is 8 newtons. Next, the force acting in downward direction. Downward direction is equal to 10 newtons. So, F net, how to find out net force? F net is equal to, okay now, 10 newtons minus 8 newtons, that is equal to 2 newtons. This is how we find out the net force. How to find out the net force? If the objects are moving in opposite direction. When the bodies are moving in opposite direction, we are supposed to take the difference. Now let us find out the net force which are moving in the same direction. How to find out this one you have understood? 8 newtons of force is acting upward direction. 10 newtons of force is acting in downward direction. How to find out the net force? The force acting in upward direction, how much? 8 newtons. The force acting downward direction, how much? 10 newtons. So, how to find out net force? What is the net force? 10 newtons minus 8 newtons. So, that is equal to 2 newtons. This is the 2 newtons. That is the net force. So, now the body, here upward force is lesser than the downward force. Downward force is having more force. So, the body moves upwards or downward? The body moves downward. Next. Take another body. Newtons of force is exerted towards east direction. Here 7 newtons of force, or you can simply write 7 newtons. How to find out the net force? F net. F net is equal to 10 newtons minus 7 newtons. That is equal to 3 newtons. Like this, we can find out the net force. If the forces are in same direction, if the forces are in same direction, if the forces are in same direction, here 10 newtons of force is acting on the same side of the body, on the left side. On the left side, 10 newtons, and here it is 8 newtons. What is the net force? So F net is equal to, on the same side of the body, no? So on left side, what is the force? 10 newtons plus 8 newtons. So totally 18 newtons. 18 newtons of force is acting. So the body is moving towards east direction. But because this side you have 18 newtons of force, this side no force, so the body is moving. What is the net force? 18 newtons, and the body is moving towards east direction. The body is moving towards east direction. Now, let us consider next case. For example, here, consider a body. On the left side forces, we have 10 newtons and 8 newtons. On the right side only we have 3 Newton. On which side of the body, which side does the body move, and what is the net force? So what is the net force? F net is equal to, on the same side of the body, F net on left side. On left side how much? On left side 10 Newton plus 8 Newton. That is equal to totally 18 Newton. Okay now, F net on right side. On right side is equal to 3 Newton. So what is F net? F net is equal to 18 Newtons. As we are in opposite direction, we are supposed to minus 18 Newtons minus 3 Newtons. That is equal to 18 minus 3, 15 Newtons. Like this, we can find out the net force of the object. Next, let us see limiting force. Next topic. Next topic, limiting force. Limiting force. What is our aim? To find out what is the limiting force. Means what is the limit? What is its limit? Limit of the force. Apparatus required. What are the apparatus we require? Spring balance. Spring balance. Hanger. Weight. Weight 50 grams. 100 grams. And so on. Now let us see procedure. So, what is our aim? To find out what is the limiting force. What is its limit? Apparatus. What are the apparatus required? Spring balance, hanger. That is, to suspend the weight, we require hanger. That is 50 grams weight, 100 grams weight, 150 grams weight, 200 grams weight. Like that, we are supposed to go on, take the weight. Now, let us see procedure. How to do this experiment. Take one spring balance. Take the spring balance. Take a spring balance, connect it to a hanger and take 50 grams of weight and connect it to the hanger and note down the readings of the spring balance. Now take out 50 grams of weight and connect connect it 100 grams of weight and note down the readings of the spring balance. Like that, you go on increasing the weight. That is, first we have taken 50 grams of weight. First I have taken 50 grams of weight. Then I have taken 100 grams of weight. Then I have taken 150 grams of weight. Then I have taken 200 grams of weight. Take 50 grams of weight and note down the readings of the spring balance. Connect it 100 grams of weight and note down the readings of the spring balance. Now connect 150 grams, take out the 100 grams of weight and connect 150 grams of weight and find out the and find out the readings of the spring balance. And now connect 200 grams of weight and find out the spring balance reading. Like that, you go on increasing the weight. When you have connected 1000 grams of weight, here the spring balance just it B. The spring balance cannot bear that much weight, so it breaks down. That means it can limit up to only 900 grams. That is called a limiting force. To some extent only it can bear it. More than that it cannot. So that is called limiting force. Even when you stretch the rubber band, when you are stretching the rubber band, up to certain extent only you can extend it. More if you want to extend, the rubber band breaks. So this is all about limiting force. Only to certain extent you can do it. Only to certain extent only it can extend it. Otherwise